Good morning and welcome to the weekend. This is the weekend edition of GardenStateWeather.com's daily video forecast discussion. And I do provide New Jersey and the northern mid-Atlantic region with a weather news portal called GardenStateWeather.com. And it's Friday and it's a windy day with changeable skies across the New Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia metro area. It's April 27th, 2012. Start things out on a very changeable sky and also very chilly air over the forecast region. Notice how the isobars are so properly packed and tightly packed and wound up here. I'll show you the winds in just a moment. This is the infrared satellite this morning with enhancement to the clouds, and you can see the low clouds already getting in and out of northern New Jersey, as I said in my email discussion this morning to my clients, and wealth of low clouds here. The temperature lapse rates this morning are about 5-6 degrees Celsius per 1,000 feet or so across the entire northern New England area down through the northern mid-Atlantic. And as a result of the steep lapse rates in temperature as you go up the first couple thousand, 5,000-6,000 feet up in the atmosphere, means that the air is very unstable. And the unstable air, any moisture left over in the lower boundary layer, is going to produce an enhancement to the cloud cover as the sunshine reigns supreme in certain areas. And a lot of this cloud cover will remain in and out, spotty throughout the day with mixed sunshine and clouds across northern New Jersey. It's going to be a very windy day, and temperatures are going to struggle to get between 55 and 60 degrees. We can also see the wind vectors here. The front is now well off the shore, low pressure now into Atlantic Canada, and the wind flow is all from the northwest. Now, if I take off the streamlines and show you the temperatures this morning, they're ranging anywhere from the upper 30s in New York State into around 40 in northwestern Pennsylvania and the Poconos, and then they range anywhere from the low to the mid 40s in the New York City metro area, all the way down to around 50 around the Delmarva region and into southern New Jersey. Take off the temperatures here and show you the dew points. The air is also quite dry. We've got dew points this morning in the 30s across all of the northern New England Middle Atlantic region. Now, if we take a look at the winds, okay, we find the wind barbs are all from the northwest, and they're increasing now at 20 to 25 miles an hour. And we've got winds already gusting this morning in many areas into the 20s and even some lower 30s across Connecticut. So it's going to be a very, very windy day with broken cloud cover throughout a large portion of the northern and central New Jersey region, even central and southern Pennsylvania. Can't rule out scattered broken clouds from time to time. High air is sinking, so that's a good thing, and that means we're going into a very dry atmosphere, but there's still a lot of leftover cyclonic flow here in this upper level trough across the northeastern United States. High pressure developing across the plains and also, well, the northern plains anyway, and the Great Lakes region. That's going to slide gradually eastward. The winds will subside tonight and skies will clear, but it's going to be a pretty rough and tumble day outside. Watches, warnings, and advisories. We have a colorful map on display this morning. All the lighter blues here across the Poconos, also into Connecticut, much of New York, and into southern New England has freeze warnings until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Between about 3 o'clock and 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, we're expecting a large chunk of this area to get below freezing, so vegetation and agriculture will be affected by that. Now, in the purples here, these are freeze watches, and that includes parts of southern Connecticut shoreline into Yonkers, Clifton, Bloomfield, northwest Jersey, and down into southwestern Pennsylvania, where freeze watch is in effect. Oops, we lost that map for a moment. Now, where there is no indication of any watches, warnings, or advisories here doesn't mean the temperatures are not going to get close to freezing across central New Jersey and southern New Jersey and the Pine Barrens, but they will. But there's just no watches, warnings, or advisories yet for this area. That may be extended further south in later broadcast from the National Weather Service. Up along the coast, gale warnings until 8 o'clock tonight for the South Shore and east ends of Long Island. Gale warnings also in effect until midnight tomorrow morning, right around the Jersey coast, all the way from Middletown and Long Branch, all the way down to Wildwood and even into Cape May. NAM Wharf Composite from Penn State's eWall site shows a lot of clear skies this morning across the region, and already the clouds building in. Even the model can see some of the clouds. Now, by this evening, late this afternoon and this evening, as the sun begins to set, we'll lose some of that mixing. The winds will still be up, but the sky should gradually clear. I'm not so sure I'm buying all of this clearing so fast into the northern portions of the area for this afternoon. But skies are generally looking like they're going to clear off pretty good tonight. And then tomorrow should be a sunny day too. Temperatures getting up around 55 to 65 degrees from north to south across the region. Winds will be much lighter as high pressure slides overhead and offshore on Saturday night. Speaking of Saturday night, as we get into the day on Saturday, already going to see some mid and high level clouds approaching the area. Now, most of the modeling can say that basically the baroclinic zone to the south of the region that just passed through will return north. Now, how far north it makes determines if a wave of low pressure develops along it and moves through the region overnight Saturday night into Sunday morning. The NAM-WRF model obviously is placing a lot more moisture going into evaporation first, so it's just cloud cover on Saturday night into Sunday morning, but it's also taking a wave of low pressure along that frontal boundary a little further north than some of the other models. So I'm just giving you one diagram, one example here. We can have some rain showers around here. They'll be light, and they'll probably be after midnight into the early morning hours on Sunday. And as the wave moves off the coast, it will deepen a little bit. The pressure gradient will tighten. High pressure builds over the region. And then on Sunday, we can see the stalled frontal boundary here well to the south with lots of clear skies here, but it's going to be a windy day again on Sunday as the pressure gradient tightens and temperatures are going to struggle once again in the 50s. Forecast maps overnight, high pressure from Hudson's Bay ridging down through northern New England. Still that tight pressure gradient, winds beginning to relax across the northern mid-Atlantic region. Here's our next weather maker coming across from the west coast into the central plains. Warm frontal showers developing ahead of this system as it makes its way towards the Great Lakes region very slowly. And as we can see, the frontal boundary still remaining to the south of the region on Saturday night. Now, this is the HPC's front and pressure. They're indicating the front will remain further south. I just showed you the NAM-WRF model bringing it a little further north, so I'm not sure which one is actually going to be correct here, but there could be some clouds and showers Saturday night into Sunday morning, and then high pressure taking control across the region, and the high will begin to settle over the region during Monday, Tuesday, and probably a good deal of Wednesday, but another disturbance coming into the Ohio Valley will cut through and the winds will begin to back around to the south. How far this warm front gets will make a determination if we're going to get any rain showers developing along it on Wednesday morning or not. Right now, these are yesterday's progs. The new progs for the extended don't come out until the afternoon hours, which is after this broadcast. So I'm not sure if we're going to have a chance of showers later Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning as the front makes its way through. But there's going to be a surge of very warm air on the south side of this front. Temperatures could soar well into the 70s and even around 80 in the Philadelphia area, maybe Wednesday afternoon and Thursday afternoon. And then we're going to have to watch for a chance of a rumble of thunder here in the mix. Now, yesterday we only had a couple of hundredths of an inch of rain, and that was in drizzle last night, and even only a couple of hundredths of an inch of rain across the Delmarva region. So, with strong winds, dry ground, we're still going to have the influence of brush fires. There's no fire weather danger advisories out, but the winds and lower relative humidities may warrant that, depending on the amount of cloud cover. Now, obviously, since I'm expecting more cloud cover across a larger chunk of the area during today on Friday, that may not be the case. But there might be warnings tomorrow, but then wind gusts will probably come down. So that's just something to be mindful of. Other than that, very strong winds, high-profile vehicles over passes, and it's going to be dangerous. Well, not dangerous, but it's going to be a little difficult getting around today. So do be mindful. Drive with both hands and cell phone free in your vehicles this afternoon, and do pay attention on the roads. 55 to 65 for temperatures over the weekend. Much cooler, breezy conditions on Sunday. Maybe a shot of a shower Saturday night or Sunday morning, and then clearing skies across the region. Monday, probably another sunny day, at least partly sunny. Temperatures again around 60 degrees, which is near or slightly below seasonal for this time of the year. And we're entering, I think, May on Wednesday next week. Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, and we could have some showers around here, and then a warm front comes through, and we could really be getting into some warmer weather by the mid to the late part of next week. I'll check it all out in bright details on Monday morning. Have a great weekend. For GardenStateWeather.com, I'm forecaster Robert Smith.